Is Labour MP Dawn Butler guilty of racism? It's time for the head-to-head. Well, the always outspoken Labour MP Dawn Butler has hit the headlines for all the wrong reasons after she posted this video on social media to celebrate the start of Black History Month.
You are the wrong one, the violent one, the weird one, whereas I am the chosen one, because I am of the first ones. You see this skin I'm in, this beautiful mahogany brown, this skin you don't like, I believe. So why you try so hard to achieve by burning yourself in the sun? For me, there's no need, because I am the chosen one, for I am of the first ones. I know I'm black and beautiful, an African freedom fighter. My skin is my protection, and you, my friend, don't matter.
But GBNews can exclusively reveal that the video featured a collage of Black Power activists who have been convicted of murder and rape. The video includes the portrait of Assata Shakur, who was convicted of murdering a press officer in America in 1973. The footage also appears to glorify Eldridge Cleaver, a convicted serial rapist, who considered raping white women an insurrectionary act. Butler has since deleted the video but re-uploaded a new one without the portraits of convicted murderers and rapists. So, yeah, that's nice, isn't it? She's also published a statement outlining that she strongly opposes their views and actions. But the new video also appears to label white people, quote, wrong, violent and weird. So tonight I am asking, is Dawn Butler guilty of racism? And you also do have to ask yourselves the question, don't you? If that was posted by a white person about anyone else, would that not just, without a shadow of a doubt, be deemed to be far-right, white nationalist, white supremacist, racist, and would they not be hauled over the coals for that? You would think so, wouldn't you? But I am joined now by Labour activist and writer Aisha Ali Khan. I am also joined as well by Alka Segal-Cuthbert, who's the founder of Don't Divide Us. So thank you very much for joining me. Great to have you both on the show. Alka, I'll start with you. Do you think that this is racist?
Yes, I do. You know, in this rather cringeworthy doggerel, Dawn Butler presents herself as a freedom fighter, you know, an African freedom fighter. And quite frankly, it's a travesty. It's a travesty of freedom. It's a travesty of struggle. Travesty of democracy, and last but not least, a complete travesty of poetry. I think the people of East Brent are really ill-served by this sort of narcissistic adolescent prancing from their MP.
OK. Aisha, look, I'll bring you in on this now. If I had released that video saying everything that she just said, but I was talking about white people, I mean, I'd never work again, would I? Why is it OK for her to say it?
Well, first of all, I don't agree with that, Patrick. I think you would absolutely work. I think poetry is a great medium to express yourself. And Dawn's used her platform and she's used poetry as a way of expressing herself and to celebrate Black History Month, and also to catalogue and present some of the challenges that Black people have had to face over the centuries of being oppressed and so on. So I don't see there's anything wrong with the poem. I can absolutely see it being taught in schools and analysed and so on later on. And I
so just to be clear on that, then you actually think that poetry, which appears to suggest, I mean, as some people are saying, black supremacy, should be taught in schools?
I don't think it suggests that at all. I think she's expressing herself. She's celebrating the fact that she is a Black woman. A woman of Black heritage. She's obviously highlighting, obviously the imagery in the video that she's presented, showing African kings, Egyptian kings, and so on. I think it's a celebration, according to Dawn. And obviously, we live in this country.
So she says, just to drill down on that, because she says that she is the chosen one. Other people are weird, violent. She comes from the first ones. I mean, I don't know.
She's referring to what she's referring to.
I'll bring Alka. Oh, sorry, I'll just bring Alka in. Alka, what do you think of that?
I think Aisha said it. This is the world according to Dawn. I don't think many people would share that worldview. I think it's a real mistake to call it poetry. It's doggerel. And there's nothing educational about it. I mean, it's a complete fictition. It's a kind of fictitious view of a sort of weird Egypt, Wakanda type vision, which is fine if you're as talented as Sun Ra and you're making music with it. But an elected official that's meant to be, upholding serious political ideals, preaching things that are racist, not true, and infantile. I mean, there is nothing educational about it at all.
So I disagree.
All right. Let me put this to you. Let me put this to you directly, okay? And this is just if Nigel Farage had released a video that appeared to describe the Muslim community as being weird, wrong, violent, and that he himself, simply by the virtue of the colour of his skin, was in some way better than them, there'd be calls to lock him up, wouldn't there?
Patrick, how many times has Nigel Farage released, posted tweets, made comments, posted on Facebook?
He's not said that he's better than someone based on the colour of their skin.
Muslims, demonising people of colour. That's not really a good example, in my opinion.
No, it is
anyway.
because it's exactly the example. Actually, it's exactly the example. And let me tell you exactly why it's the example. Because Nigel Farage has spoken in very forceful and strong terms about things like integration, multiculturalism, and Islamist terrorism and immigration. Yes, fine, but he's never said or released a video that appears to insinuate that singularly based on the colour of his skin, he is better than other people. Dawn Butler's done that, hasn't she?
Well, let's be honest, if Nigel Farage wasn't a white middle-aged man, he wouldn't be given the platforms. He's been on Newsnight, he's been on Question Time.
Well, answer the question.
I should answer the question.
Go on, answer the question, Aisha.
What was the question?
Dawn Butler has released a video which suggests that she is better than certain people based singularly on the colour of her skin, hasn't she?
Well, no, I think she's celebrating the fact that she's a black woman, and she's celebrating the fact that it's Black History Month. And like, the guest opposite me has suggested, this is her, obviously I said this myself, this is Dawn's view. She's highlighted the fact that her sort of ancestors were colonised. She's a daughter or granddaughter, great-granddaughter of slavery. It's one of those things that we as people who have been colonised, obviously I'm Pakistani, I've got Indian heritage, we understand what it's like to colonise.
It is a complete travesty. So a real freedom fighter like Frederick Douglass, who, by the way, got his manumission in Britain thanks to the people, the mill workers and Quakers in Lancashire, or someone like James Baldwin or Maya Angelou, whose favourite author happened to be Shakespeare, by the way. These are people who would be worthy of celebrating, not the people or the I don't even call them ideas. They're kind of racist rantings, really. I mean, it's very embarrassing.
It's odd. And I also think that the double whammy is the idea of furnishing that with pictures of people, one of whom seems to be absolutely fine with the idea of raping white women, which is a massive problem. Again, you just can't get away with that unless seemingly you're Dawn Butler. I will stress she has now apologised and edited the video, but it went out. Right, thank you very much, both of you. Cheers. That is the campaign group Don't Divide Us, Alka Sigal Cuthbert there, and Labour activist and writer Aisha Ali Khan. Thank you so much.